All right, guys, in this video, I'm gonna go over the spin technique. As we've talked about before, this was inspired by Kensuke Koike's photography work. So basically, we're gonna spin part of this photo in different sections. The first thing that we wanna do in Photoshop, we wanna make sure that at the top right-hand corner, that we're on the workspace, so window, workspace, photography. So we're looking at our workspace the same way. The next thing is right here on our toolbar, we're gonna click on the little arrows to make it 2 columns. All right, so let's go up to the top where it says view, and we're gonna click on view, and we're gonna click on new guide layout. All right, now I'm gonna start off with only 2 columns, and then for rows, I'm gonna click on 2 for that as well. The reason I'm starting with 2 is because I actually wanna set a width and a height. I want my squares to be perfectly squared, like not, 500 pixels on this one and then 700 on this one, because that's not a perfect square. So I think I did 700 on both. Let me see, 700, that looks good. No gutter on any of them, right? And you could do this with any of your pictures, because obviously your pictures are going to be different sizes. I'm going to increase it little by little. Let me just zoom out. Can't zoom out yet. Okay, so I'm going to increase it by just clicking at the up arrow, sorry, when I have the number selected, and you see it keeps adding one more. The last one is not going to be even. That's okay, right? So I'm just going to have it as 7. And then this one, I'm going to go as many as I can all the way down. Only up to 11. So I did 7, 11, 700, 700. Yours are going to be different. Maybe you want yours to be bigger. So you increase this size, but obviously start off with 2, or else it won't let you put that number. I'll show you an example. Like right now, if I tried 1,000, and this is 1,000 pixels, it won't let me do that. But if I only bring this to 5 or 4, there you go. All right. So back to 700. This one, there you go, 7, and I'm gonna hit OK. Now I have my grid, and even though these are gonna be circular spins, right, it's okay that these are squares, because I'm gonna use them as my guideline. I'm gonna go to the top right-hand corner of my toolbar, and I'm gonna click and hold the first tool on the right, and I'm gonna click on the ellipse marquee tool. Now what this is gonna allow me to do, and I'm gonna start, I probably should have moved that. Anyway, that's fine. I'm gonna start right in here. I'm gonna start 1 circle in. Now I can start, let me just do Command D to deselect that. I can start right here on the top left-hand corner of this, click and drag. And it's gonna snap to that side right there. This is gonna be my first circle that I'm gonna cut out. So I'm gonna hold Control and click inside of here, and I'm gonna go layer via cut. All right, and again, once you have the marching ants around it, you hold Control, you click on it, and layer via cut. What that's gonna do, it's gonna cut from this layer, which is our background layer, and it's gonna add it onto this layer right over here. And I'm gonna do the next thing. I'm gonna hide this, come right back over here, go to the next section up. I'm giving it 1 square all the way around. There you go. I hold Control, I click, layer via cut, and then I have my second layer. I'm gonna hide that. Come back over here. Right up here, click and drag. And this does get repetitive, but you'll see the result. Hold Control, click, layer via cut. That's my 3rd layer. Hide that. Come back over here. I'm only gonna do it 1 more time, because I know if I try to go outside of this, it's gonna look a little bit weird. I've tried this before. It's not my first rodeo. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, actually this would be the weird one. Yeah. Let's make it weird. If you wanna do one that goes outside, and you'll see like this right here is obviously not gonna be able to rotate the same way, but let's try that, and I'll show you what the difference is. So hold Control, click, layer via cut, and that's it. So you put these back in, and it looks pretty much regular. To hide your grid now that you don't really need it, you hold Command and semicolon, or colon, which is right next to the letter L on your keyboard. So hold Command, click on the key right next to the letter L, and you can hide it or show it. All right, so I'm gonna start with my last layer, layer 4. Command T is to transform, and I go right to the corner and I could rotate it. Notice how it's not perfectly centered. Why? Because that part on the right is actually cut out. That's okay. It does give it more of that like hand cut kind of look. I'm just moving it over using the arrows right there just to somewhat fake it. All right, the next one, this one is gonna rotate perfectly because it's a perfect circle. Command T. I'm gonna go to the corner and I could rotate that. Now you could rotate everything in the same direction, right? Right there, I think it's perfectly aligned, but everything in the same direction. Or you could do a random spin. Command T, go to the corner, right? This would have been perfect right there, but move it over some. And then the last one, Command T. So I'm gonna move all the way across. Now I will say something. I wish that I would have aligned the grid to the eye, because to have the eye right in the middle would make a lot of sense and it makes it look really good. But let me show you what the end result is. There it is. Again, if you didn't do that last circle, you wouldn't have this piece right here. Now there are tricks to actually like filling that in Photoshop. If you click here and let me see, S for stamp, I could actually rubber stamp or use some of these other ones like a pattern. Anyway, I'm just gonna rubber stamp it right now. Again, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna hold Option, make sure that you're in the layer you wanna copy, hold Option and click. I'm just gonna come right over here. And I'm filling that part in. Why did that part fill in? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, that's it. I hope that helps. Enjoy.